Alright, how's everyone doing? I got my tripod. I'm liking this little camera view. It's not as glary as it usually is. Let me clean this camera again. I'm on time at least. Am I prepared? No. But no one's in here yet, so I'll wait for you guys to jump in here. There we go. Alright, how many fingers do I got? Try that again. There we go. How's that looking? What's up, Zach? You liking the camera view? How's the glare? Is the glare pretty good? I don't think it's too bad. Might try dimming the lights. It's mostly the LED doing all the work. Oh yeah. What about all the way off? How's that look? Darkness. Yeah. That's good enough for me. I mean, it's not too different how it was earlier. Yeah, I was running the LST. Story goes, the LST was running pretty good. I'd say it's 40 degrees, so I gave it a good tune. But then all of a sudden, I lost fuel line pressure. And then, you can hear that thing leaning out, and then it just shuts off. And I'm like, that's not good. Then I check on the tank, because this is an old tank I had. This isn't the new one. This is an old tank. I just rebuilt it. Sorta rebuilt it. Which is why it doesn't work. I just stuck a screw in the primer hole, but I guess that didn't seal it enough. Worked on my other tank. But yeah, that's the problem. That's what's going on. That's why the LST's here, and you're not watching a new video tonight. It's kind of a shame. I gotta drain the fuel in this guy anyway. Here, let's move you out of the way. We'll look at you later. Check it out. I'm liking this camera view a lot better. It actually looks like good quality. And for those, new, why I keep complaining about my camera, it's cracked. The lens is cracked. So it's got bad glare if you hit it at that right angle. I already fixed it once and then I cracked it again. It was actually a cheap eBay lens. The glass was super thin and yeah, that's my sob story for you. eBay. I don't know where you buy, decent lenses. Yeah. We're draining the fuel out of this because it's here, let me position that guy a little bit higher. There we go. Move it more towards the center. Grab that guy. Get this drained out. It did run good for the, I'd say, half hour. I did one tank, but it was leaning out, and then for some reason the other tank just got even more worse. So yeah, this tank, I've had problems with this tank before. Didn't really like it when I had it, which is why I got the other tank, which unfortunately is the tank that I cracked. Kind of a shame. I'll miss that tank, but I'll probably repair it with this tank. Cut up a piece of plastic, melt it on. I think that'll work. This is the original tank also. Jeez, this guy's a little stubborn. Yeah, thanks, Palmer. Yeah, I really like this truck. It's got a new chassis. Integy aftermarket. It's all nice and shiny. Here's my little pump right here. It's a little dollar store pump. Stick it on there. I got a fuel line on there. Just force the fuel out. Make it a little faster. See that? Just squeeze it out. If I do it too much, it'll splash everywhere. This thing can get powerful. It's kind of surprising. Yeah, wait for that to drain. Yeah, well, this is my specialty little block. Yeah, because it's the perfect height for the for my fuel. So that's what I use to drain all the VP cans. Just drain them into the VP cans. I'm doing something risky. There we go. It wasn't really level. It's a little tilted. Should I force it all out? One big squeeze? See what happens. Oh yeah. If I squeeze down all the way, this thing will splash everywhere. Alright, I think that's safe to say. I think that's good. I mean, I don't care about leaving just a little bit of fuel in there. This tank's already pretty bad. But the thing does get bone dry. I really like it. Go to the dollar store. I recommend it. Can't tell you the brand of this thing, but if you see something like this with a hose, a blue hose, with that little tip at the end, go pick it up. It'll save every tank for you. I really like it. I'm glad I got that idea. That thing's a lifesaver, actually. When I get a new tank for this thing, this will be sweet. Get the baby a brand new gas tank with the nice equipment. Dollar store equipment. What are you guys all up to besides, hanging out tonight? Get that guy sewed on there. I mean, there's a little bit of fuel in there. Might evaporate out, but you know the oil content in these. They'll stick around. Also, I think I'm down to probably a little less than a gallon of fuel, which is actually perfect timing. I always order I think like a couple gallons every year. Not really too sure, to be honest. Alright, back in the fuel cabinet. Well, that's what they, when you're using gasoline, the nitro actually breaks down the plastics in the fuel. That's why you gotta use the special nitro lines. You can't just use, gas lines. It'll break it down. That's why you want them dry. Like with a metal gas tank, that's probably a different story, just because of it, not being able to break down. Which actually gives me an idea. I should try making a metal one for the trophy truck. I could probably just, have it just bolt directly where the old tank goes. That might be an idea. Test my welding skills. Oh yeah, I'll show you what also I did. Because I've been modding the LST a little bit. getting creative on the DIY stuff. So, if you guys remembered, probably 6 months ago, maybe even a little more than that, I made springs right here for the dual rates, but I never liked them. They were a little too soft. These are new. These ones I just made today. They're even, I think they're still a little charry from the heat when I heated them up. I never painted them yet. They're still bare, but I decided to test them out today. They actually work pretty good. Lands good on the jumps. The rears are the same. The rears are exactly the same. But the fronts are a little bit stiffer when it goes down, which is nice. And then the rears are obviously, I got as much spacers as I can fit on there for the rears. I mean, I can fit a little bit more if I really wanted to. Yeah, same thing on both sides. This one didn't come out as even, you can tell. This one came out how I wanted it to. That one's a little deformed. I kind of rushed it on that side. As you can see, it's not really too pretty if my camera can focus over there. But I do like it. The springs do work. What's up, Nitro Bob? I'm just showing off my little DIY springs right here for the dual rate. Because when you go down, it starts very soft, but then when you go down, it just gets, really stiff. Really like it. This one's just, the single, normal, obviously the stock. Both sides. Then this one I just made today. Same thing with the other side. But I'm showing off the ugly side. That one I kind of rushed. A little ugly looking. So that's alright though. They function, that's all I care about. Right, Ducky? Yeah, there's Ducky. Thankfully, Ducky didn't get burnt today when I was making those springs. And all I do to make those springs, I just have old ones laying around. I don't coil them up myself. Like, here's some, other LST ones. What I do, I just cut it in half, kind of like bend it so, the top looks like that, heat it up. And then I just take it in a vise, and if I want to squish it in the vise and just heat it up with the, I was using map gas, but, torch. Anything with heat works. I wouldn't say a heat gun. Heat gun would take a little bit to get the metal cherry, but I just heat it up like that just so it compresses, then holds that, state right there, and then it works as a spring, just a smaller version of the spring, just like these for my dual rate. And they work great off the jumps. I'm glad I worked those out. Before it kind of nosedive all the time, but the dual rate, especially on the steep ones, it doesn't bottom out, which I like, but it also keeps a good ride height. Because if I put really stiff springs on the front like these, the ride height would kind of raise up more than I'd like to. And also cornering, I would lose a little bit of the cornering. What's up, Corey? Yeah, Corey. Hey, Ducky. Yeah, just showing off the LST. Unfortunately, I couldn't make a video. And Brent's in here also. Yeah, back to what I was saying with the video. I was trying to run it today. Hopefully actually get to the factory, but I was just doing a little tune-up just because of how cold it was. And unfortunately, my tank was giving me issues. It was running good, but then started leaning out, and I just couldn't fix it. I tried every tune I could, and I was probably tuning it for a good half hour and couldn't really figure it out. Tank's definitely the issue. The carburetor's fine, and the engine's running great. Initially, when it was cold, it was actually running pretty good. And when the tank was full, that's the key thing. It runs good on a full tank, but if it just lowers it a little bit, just like the other tank, the one that cracked, even that one. But that one's a little bit better than this one. This one's a lot worse. This one I can't really negotiate with, you could say. It just doesn't want to, run well for me. And it's also 40 degrees colder than what it was before. So it's definitely another reason why I was leaning out and shutting off all the time. What's up, Trevor? Yeah, going over the LST again. Also, you guys like the tripod setup? How it is? I'm trying to give an illusion of it being better quality with my crack camera. I realize if I'm too close to the light, it kind of, gives it that blurriness. But tell me if it's still blurry, guys. I can't really tell when I'm looking at my phone. I could try wiping the camera again. I already did that at the beginning, though. Also, guys, during my free time after, because I was kind of bored, I was hoping to run the LST. Get this guy off the wall. I ended up putting the spring in the LRP, and I bagged up, I put a little bag on it. It looks new. It's not new, though. I just put an old tag on there. I think it's pretty funny. But yeah, this LRP pull star is all ready to go. That one's all set. Also got a VP one right next to it. This one I did a while ago. Let me take that one off the wall also. This one I did a while ago. That one I did probably like 6 months ago, I'd say. When I did this pull starter also. I printed these stickers, the little VP ones, as you can see. They're pretty nice looking. But I have to do the air filter on it. It's pretty old, dirty. Yeah, the daylight savings messed me up today. Probably could have been able to maybe, swap the tank, fix it or something. I kind of just ran out of time too. Yeah, if any of you guys know, Revos, I don't, unfortunately. But Zach, in the chat, he's having some trouble with his Revo. I don't remember exactly what's wrong with it. I know he's having engine issues, but then he's also putting it back together. Not sure if something broke or something's misplaced. Might as well show you the RS4. I think I have a good update with the LST. I think the springs are all nice. Nice and new. I just gotta paint them now. As you can see, even though they're black, they're, that's just because of the old black paint on it. I gotta put a new fresh coat on there. Not a burnt and, fried coat. But nothing's changed since last night. Actually, I can't remember if I did it last night or not. Or 2 nights ago. Jeez, it wasn't last night. 2 nights ago. But I don't remember. Did I do that? Put my little spare one on there? I can't remember, honestly. But then also I got the Eco Power steering on there. I'll turn it on, show you how it looks. How it works. Works pretty good. I really like it. Nice and fancy. Alright, let me get that set. There we go, RS4 right there. I don't have a switch for this. I guess I have to pick up a specific housing for the switch. I haven't looked it up yet, but I'm sure they have them. Should be everywhere. Alright, should be good. Just like that. Yeah, you can use, well, as long as you have the same transmitter. Or company, Because this is a Spectrum right here, even though it says LOSI, it's a Spectrum internally. So I'm able to bind it with my Spectrum. That's what I like about it. I thought this is 1/10. Is this 1/16? It's tiny. I can tell you it's tiny. This is the one I got at the swap meet. Right here. On Friday. There's the body on it. It might be a 6. No, this is a 10th. I'm pretty sure this is a 10th. Unless you guys are talking about something else. Maybe, yeah. Let me read the chat. 'Cause you're probably talking about the Revo or something. Probably 1/16. Yeah, but this I'm 100% sure this is 1/10. Should be 1/10. There's a, cute little steering though. But the guy did a nice job on the body. Thankfully, he didn't, wreck it. So at least I can enjoy it. It's a little flimsy. I'll probably do a video of me doing the shoe goo on it. Or even do it on a live. Gotta pick it up first, though. I don't have any shoe goo. I have this Gorilla Glue stuff, maybe. It's the same stuff. Right here. Oh, there we go. Not even looking at the camera. Yeah, if you can see, it's this stuff. It might be the same stuff. It's old, though. It's yellow. It's kind of gross. But I use that stuff on the LST body just to fill in the cracks. It's really thick, clear glue. So it might be the same. What's up, SLC? Thanks for stopping by. This is a new RS4 I picked up from a swap meet. I just put a new steering servo in. All I need is a throttle now. Right there. It's missing the throttle. And the engine's got pretty good compression. I put a new glow plug in it, an OS. Thing of hot. I can't remember, but I had a spare OS that was packaged. But yeah, it actually has decent compression. I think I might be lucky with this one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but I have it binded with my Spectrum. I had a spare low C Spectrum receiver. So I swapped that out. I actually have the original HPI stuff. It's in my little bin of receivers over here. Right here. This top one right here, this is a brand new Futaba 7-channel. This thing's actually a relic. I don't think I'll ever use it though. I kind of want to use it, but it's huge. You can see here's Ducky for reference. It's pretty big. Then here's my spares right here. These are all good. Here's a Futaba. Then there's the HPI one that came with it right here. And there's another one. This one's a or this one's the is this a 75? No, this one's also a 75. Yeah. And then here's my JR, obviously. The beloved JR. That's the only FM of all these. I think these are AM. This one's AM, and this one's AM because it's got the crystal. I'm pretty sure it is. Doesn't say it. This one says it does. This one doesn't. It just says 75 megahertz. But this one's got the 75 megahertz FM right here. If you can read that through my bad camera. But then here's that original one. Right here. That one went right there. Those are all my spare receivers. Then all the FM stuff are in cars. Because right now I'm only using, or the 2.4 FMs. This one's an FM, but this one's the 75 megahertz FM. Which this one I believe I can bind to the JR. Or, yeah, I guess you call it binding. It's different. It's not, no bind plugs or whatever. Fancy technology. I mean, I don't sell parts yet. Not yet. I mean, do you want that Futaba thing? I might sell you that. I mean, I like looking at it, but unfortunately I don't think I'll ever use it because it's so big. No, it won't fit in any of my cars. Unless I, make something for it, a new box. The thing's massive. Speaking of Futaba, here's all my other spare parts. I got these old Futaba servos. These might be going in, but they're, they're a little outdated. They got better stuff. See that? 3 brand new ones. Pretty cool. What else do I got that's new? I mean, for glow plugs. Let's see, do I have the... Yeah, for glow plugs, I got some new ones. Traxxas on the wall. Not sure if you saw it, but right there. Those are brand new. Waiting for those to... I might use one of them right now, actually, for the LST. I like using the Traxxas stuff, the medium plugs. They're not too bad. On the bigger engines, that is. I mean, I use them on the Traxxas engine, too. I haven't ran it in a long time. The Nitro Slash. They made a new Jado, like a whole new chassis and whatever. Didn't see that yet. I don't really follow the RC news. I just kind of do my own thing. Yeah. Like, I kind of just found out, when I bought this thing, what an RS4 really is. I know there's actually multiple, kinds of RS4s. I thought they were all the same. They're not. This, I think, is a RS4 3. Oh, never mind. I actually saw that. The Jado 4x4, yeah. I didn't visually see it, but I heard about it. It must be like my stadium truck right here. This guy. Right? Might as well bring that guy out too. I don't think SLC's seen it yet, so I'll show you. So this is a Hot Bodies Lightning. I think Ranks actually helped me figure out what it was. But that was also at the at my little swap meet. It was $150. This thing's actually like brand new. I can't really believe it. Which that's actually what we can do right now. We can put a receiver in it and actually see if we can test what's going on. I'll probably put in one of my 75 megahertz Futabas. Because this one's got the 27 Futaba. I think that's what's in it, yeah. Or not Futaba, it's got the stock HPI. I'll put it back in. I don't have the remote. I have the owner's number, he just hasn't, or I haven't, reached out on a date to pick it up. But he has the original remote. Alright, so this guy is, what's that, channel 1. Channel 1, channel 2. I'm gonna forget, trust me. Alright, let's get this guy unraveled. Alright, there we go. Another one to the collection, I guess. I don't know, maybe this guy could fit. That would be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? Just plop it on top. I'd imagine these would be for planes, right? Right, guys? A big plane or something. I mean, it's got 7 channels in it. I think if you need 7 channels, you're on like a boat or a plane. Something like that, not really a car. And that's coming from someone who's never done that, so I have no experience in boats or planes. Let's see what I got. I'll probably go with this guy right here. This guy seems like a good guy. See, I just gotta match this guy up. Got my spare little guy ready. Tower Hobbies one. Let me just make sure it's got the same thing in it. I need some pliers. Reach in there. Fingers aren't small enough. things usually are marked, right? Oh, dropped it. All right, channel 90. What does this say? 86. No, that don't match. It'd probably help if I had like a box of these things. That'd probably be a good idea. Yeah, I don't think I can meet that. I don't have many crystals. So I'll probably just wait till I have the original. Unless I can match it with the Traxxas one. Let's see this Traxxas guy. Got this one. But I think this is a 27. So I don't think that'll work. See what you are. I'm gonna check this other one, see what we got. Having a little trouble getting it out. Just realized I left that plugged in. Whoops. I'm still struggling to get this out, everyone. Gotta go with the smaller stuff. Yeah, actually I haven't went in to vote yet. I can vote. But I haven't yet. Alright, let's see what we're working with. $71. Yeah, a lot of my stuff's mismatched. This is just from random, bunch of random crap. No, I'm gonna cap that guy. Yeah, I have a lot of receivers and transmitters that don't match. I think you can just buy them, right? The crystal alone. So you can match them. I'm not too sure, actually. Yeah, so anyone just joining in? Did anyone join in? I don't think so. Let me double check. Yeah, it's the same guys, right? Same guys. Alright, so this thing's going back in. It's kind of a short, kind of just unplugged it for no reason. Jeez, when's this thing coming through? Yeah, I think you can get new tires for the Revo. But also they got a lot of aftermarket ones. I'd imagine the stocks would be cheaper for the Revo. Yeah, you have to glue them every time you change them. That's my least favorite thing to do, because the glue gets all over your hands and you start making a mess. But that's the wrong way to do it. There's a technique. It's all about starting the glue on like the lowest end of the bead of the tire. You don't want to do it up near the sidewall. So you want it right close to the rim, because that's where obviously that's where it attaches. Alright, let's get this guy set up. I'm just gonna guess. I'll find out when I put it together. Tuck that guy back in there. I'm gonna keep it double A's. Usually I don't like doing that. But this guy I'm not gonna really run much. So every time I'll run it, I'll just put in a new set of, batteries. Not really too concerned about, running like hours of this thing. It's kind of rare for me to say that I'm not going to run it. This lid's not going on now. That ain't good. You screw something up. There we go. There we go. Now it's gone there. Put the clip there. I do like the chassis design on this. When I first bought it, I thought it was like, oh, it's flimsy, but it's actually not too bad. Especially all the aluminum panels, nice and shiny. And it's good aluminum too. It's not like the LST aluminum. I'll keep trashing on the LST aluminum. All the aftermarket LST stuff's great though. Kind of shocks me they just wouldn't, put it in, but they gotta make their money. Alright, so this guy's all set. Probably next week I should have the original radio from the guy. I'll see about my time, I can head down, pick it up from him. You guys like the body though? I'm kind of digging it, because this is the old Rustler body. And actually, it's obviously a, same scale, but it actually fits it pretty well. I don't know what the original bodies look like, but I'd imagine they'd be pretty similar style with the truck. I'll probably buy a, Proline or J Concept body for this. See what they make. The only thing I'd do is trim it right here to fit the pipe, because the pipe's a little big. Last clip. This one's tricky just because of how shaved down it is. Trying to just get it in there. Oh yeah, to answer that question about the glues for the tires. You use thin super glue, so not like a thick super glue. You gotta find a thin super glue. Like, I'll show you what I use for the tires. This is probably the best stuff you can get. Right up here. This stuff right here, the Instant Cure. I'm pretty sure a lot of these have the same brands and stuff. But it's the super thin. Make sure you look for the thin. Thin or super thin. If you can't find super thin, it's thin. But, you know, thinner the better, as long as it holds the rubber. That's what I like. And if you need help to do it, you know, a little professionally, just pick up the instant set, and all you do is just you spray it on there, and then you don't have to deal with, you know, your fingers being all sticky. You gotta hold it with your fingers though first. You can't just spray it and expect it to stick. They have to be the rubber's gotta be on the tire. Then you spray it when it's attached. Then you can go over to the back side and know it's dry. I like doing that. Move this guy out of the way. Unplug that. Gotta get a servo soon to run this guy. Actually, that's probably what I should just be doing. Might throw, yeah, I might throw just an analog in there. Cheap servo. It's okay to run both analog and, you know, digital servos at the same time, right? With the receiver. The fancy stuff. I'm not sure. Never done it before. I mean, I guess we'll find out. I don't really care about these guys burning out. I just don't want to run away, though. This is my throttle servo we're talking about. I guess we'll find out. Is that a good idea or no? Yeah, this I'm running just the 6-volt humpback. No lipos in this. I've never actually used the lipos for the nitros. I haven't had any, you know, servos that need them. Never got any high voltage ones yet. So no need for, you know, a lipo. Let's see if I can feed that through. That's going to be a little tough. Might have to take this whole thing off to get in there. So I just grab it, tweezers, see if I can do that. Yeah, OG, but do you know, is it alright if I just, because I have the frame rate set to, I think, yeah, this is like 5.5 on this guy. It's got the special, you know, you know, the DSMR. Which in the manual it says the analog servos can't handle it. I guess we find out. It also says they can't handle, you know, any other frame rate though, so. Alright, I gotta take this out. This isn't helping. It's not liking it. Can't really get my fingers in there. I think that's all one piece, which is probably gonna be a pain taking it out. I just gotta rotate it so I can fit my hand in there. Alright, moving. So let's see, look down here. We got this guy. I might have lost a screw. Might replace these with the Traxxas screws, so I don't have the Phillips. Even though I don't really mind them. Both strip. It's the same. Alright, now that might make it easier. It still really doesn't, though. Let's see if this clip does anything. I think if I just hit that clip, it'll be alright. I'll get off of there. Alright, do you come out? This whole thing come out? Hey, it is. Alright, sweet. Alright, just as what I planned. I think I didn't have to take out that screw. Yep, I didn't. Oh yeah, that's very convenient. Might as well go in and clean it. I just found a way to clean this thing. This is sweet. Yeah, I love this thing now. I was gonna say I'm not gonna run this in dirt, but I might now. Might just do that. Alright, stick these guys back in there. So yeah, definitely those I'll make the other bolts, because I'll be tearing those apart all the time. The rest I'll kind of just keep. I don't have a million of these bolts anyway. Actually, yeah, I don't think I can because of the threads. I'll see about it. I'll double check if I can, if I have those threads. Oh, hold up. I saw a comment about the hot bodies. Let's see. Oh yeah, yeah, I was just gonna test the stuff. I mean, this one right here, I already did that. I already swapped out the old crystal stuff. Which yeah, that's a good idea. The AM's not really that reliable. I'll probably do it later on. Not really now though. I just kind of want to get it running. I'll probably get the same thing. I can find those on eBay, those low C ones. I think they're cheaper than the actual Spectrum. Even though it's the same exact thing, it just says low C. So I just get another one of those, bind it to this guy. It's got like 30 model memory. Only got 4 on there, so I got plenty of room. Alright, that's clean at least. Clean out some of that dirt. This actually has some dirt on it too. You know what? This gives me an idea. I wonder if I don't know if you guys remember, but I got carbon fiber wrap for the panels, which is pretty flexible stuff. I can probably even carbon fiber this entire panel. That'd look pretty sick. Might try that. Yeah, that might work. It's kind of hard getting around the servo holes and all that. I have no experience in wrapping anything, so I'll try it. See if I can do it. Found all the screws I dropped. Alright, what was I doing? Yeah, getting this guy in. Uh-oh. Yeah, see how much easier that is? I was not going to try that. Literally took a second. Yep, I might have done that wrong. Still doing that wrong. It goes that way. Actually, are these the same? I might put the JR in. It says JR. I think this guy fits on there. Nope. I don't feel like it does. I wrap it on the inside like that. Keep it away from the engine heat. Do the RS4s have trouble with the servos, with the engine heat? I wonder if that affects anything. Signals or whatever, if it gets slow. Sounds like something that could happen. Just drop that same screw. Some receivers tell you the battery power. That's if it's got the telemetry. Because the Spectrum on the buggy will do that. It's got its own built-in, voltmeter. This doesn't. My LST doesn't, which is why I have the battery light indicator. Which, I mean, that's good enough. It drains the battery faster, but at least you know how much battery you got left. The only thing this thing needs now are exhaust bolts and a gasket. And it should be all good to go. I already checked through the whole entire bins I got and couldn't find anything. I was a little bummed out about that. I was kind of hoping to find a whole, gasket. Ah, that guy's in there. Should have no issues now. I'll probably, let's see. I might just... I'll try to fit that guy back in there. A little tricky to get in there. Gotta go over. Alright, that looks right. Cool. Not sure what this clip does. Must be for something else. That looks better. Alright, check it out. Servo is in. Let me just plug it in. Get it straightened out. Need a thing for the top. Oh, I never tightened those bolts. Whoops. That's moving on me also. That's weird. Wrong screw, maybe. This is the right one. Seems to feel fine. But I think this will be okay, swapping with digital and analog. Kind of rolls still. It's light. I think it'll be fine. It's pretty light. Alright, what do you guys think? Thing works pretty good. Yeah, servos, it's not really, I mean, they are tougher servos for like bigger tires and stuff. Like, yes, I would say yes, you do need better servos for jumping, but also you need a good servo saver that has like, you know, a decent amount of play, just in case, you know, if you land awkwardly, all the shock doesn't go right to the servo when you steer. Like this one's got a good saver. It's got like a little bit of play, but obviously, you know, it ain't like crazy. I think it'll be all right how it is. You can see I have it tuned pretty good with a slide carburetor. Put that light over there. I'll probably run it without the cover until I get these wires in my switch, you know, working. See if I can actually fix that right now. Might throw a zip tie in it. Yeah, I guess I can just pack them in for now. They don't look too bad. Yeah, that looks fine. The Eco Power servo is pretty good though. I think they're only like $40. Which that's a servo I'd recommend if you're running a Traxxas for jumping. The Eco Powers, they're pretty tough. That's what's on my trophy truck. And they fit a Traxxas. I think they're all Traxxas based. The Eco Powers. Yeah, I just saw Huck RC's comment. This is an old one. But he says that running analog servos for throttle, obviously with the modern stuff, though, I'm risking a runaway. I'm crossing my fingers. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm just worried because I'm mixing it with a digital. Because I run this on the LST and it's perfectly fine, but those are all analog. While this is I got digital on there. You can hear the difference. I mean, the responsiveness seems fine. Yeah, that might be a problem. Is that closed all the way? Yeah. Just found out the carburetor isn't closed all the way. So let's try to do the sub trim on it. Alright, let's see here. That's weird. It's the same. Trying to figure out why it's kind of like doing that. Gotta put it back to how it was. May have went too much on the. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. Definitely had something wrong with the brakes. And I'm just gonna take that guy, move it over like a tooth. Try to get that carburetor to stay closed. Yeah, come on. Alright, that's more like it. Brakes are on now, so I gotta fix that. Alright, I think I got it. Alright, that should be good to go. Okay, I'm plugged. Next with this, I'll probably go ahead and get the bolts on there. The engine bolts for the exhaust. I don't have any with me, and I couldn't find any, so I probably gotta pick some up. This guy's not wanting to go in. Probably should get actually some newer towers. These ones are kind of not letting them go through. Alright, it's looking good. Definitely like these pipes. I'd be scared to wreck them. They stick out, definitely stick out a lot, so gotta watch the curbs. Yeah, that might be it. Unless you guys got any ideas. I don't really have much else to do. What's up, Jack of Trades? You guys still in here? Is my thing working? Well, that might be it for the night. I don't really know what else to do. The LST's alright. It's just that tank I gotta fix up. But the lights are all good. The new wiring from a couple weeks ago. It's still held up. Yeah, I could probably figure out how to fix an axle boot. Now, let me get this all cleaned up. I could have actually put one of my new servos in there. This one I also got too. Got a lot of servos from that guy. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for tonight. Kind of ran out of things to do. It's more I just gotta, I guess spend money. Alright, so y'all have a good night. I could actually probably next pick up some, shoe goo, and I got my drywall tape, fix this body up, make it all nice and sturdy. That'll be it. Like I said, thanks for watching. See y'all later on the next one.